Welcome to Transformations with Tara. I'm Tara Sutphen, and my guest and co-host is Jason D McKean, and he is the voice of over 1 million Om recordings throughout the world.
Om.
That's right. And he has a large selection of MP3s and of recordings that are music you can meditate to or listen to when you're relaxing. A lot of yoga studios, use it.
Worldwide.
Yep, worldwide. And Jason teaches a lot of tarot classes. He is the Om Tarot Wizard as well, and a reverend, and he is teaching in Japan as well. So, hey, Jason, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Tara. Welcome. And it's like you have a lot of those credentials as well, as far as being a reverend, being a teacher, being a counselor, reader, hypnotherapist, all of these things.
Yes.
Runs in the family.
Runs in the family. Jason, our siblings. And
I think they knew that. I think they saw that resemblance. They're going, oh yeah, yeah, totally. Right? That's like, let me do this.
right, the resemblance and all. Anyway, it's been a fun journey because Jason wasn't always in front of the camera, and I wasn't even always in front of the camera, but I came out in front of the camera before Jason did, and then Jason came out in front of the camera, and we both are good at both of it. So thank you, Jason.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
I think that's part of a journey, is where you know who it is that you are, where it is that you would like to be, and you make that leap, so that you're not just relegated to one place. You can experience it all, and that's allows for such a rich life.
True. And we're surrounded by incredible people. Incredible.
Yeah.
So we're very lucky that way. Yeah, it's like Jason came out behind the curtain. You see those curtains behind him. It's like Oz. He came out of the curtain. Yeah.
That's right. The wizard came out from behind the curtain, out in front.
Show him your beard. Your beard, because it doesn't look like as long as it is. Yes, he is very long.
There we go. Yeah, it's a long wizard beard.
It is a long wizard. So the wizard came out from behind the curtain. Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
Happy Ostara. We
Happy
are going to talk of Ostara today. Yeah. And it is, considered Easter. It's really ties in with the spring equinox. And, since the calendars are all a little askew, because you have the Chinese calendar and, other calendars that go for like 5,000 years. And then you have our 2,000-year calendar. And we're at 2024. Anyway, so when it began, at the millennium, it was a Caesar calendar, I believe. And then it became 60 years later, a Gregorian calendar, another Roman emperor. And so the thing is that we live by the Gregorian calendar now. And so Ostara is a little bit off, and that's why they have now, the equinox, spring equinox, true spring is probably this Sunday more, when we're celebrating actually Easter. So yeah, and I've already hard-boiled my eggs. I haven't dyed them yet, but I may dye them. I'm thinking now.
Such fun memories of Easter, and dyeing eggs and coloring eggs. Remember the little wax like crayons or whatever that you'd write messages and all, and then they would appear
Yeah, I know.
when you dyed them.
Yeah. Was that your favorite part? The magic of the wax?
Well, I mean, it's like you could, put like, fun messages on there, or names if you like took in eggs to your classes or to favorite people.
Yeah.
Um, but no, my favorite part of Easter was like, finding the Easter basket that our mom would create for us, and then eating the chocolate and the candy and the all that.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I
yeah.
am expecting, Mom, if you're listening, I am expecting that Easter basket any day now in the mail.
Yeah, you're out of luck. I'm just been there, and there are Easter baskets. There's a lot of them, but they're all going to the younger grandkids
Oh,
and to their friends. Yeah, so it's pretty fun.
so disappointed now.
I know, sorry, but a bunch of them, but they're just not. Yeah, yeah. It's okay, Jason.
But you know what? I think if
You can
Mom is
cry on
listening,
my shoulder.
if Mom
Yeah,
is listening, she is going to like, you
whip
know,
it up for you.
yeah, she's gonna, oh yeah, that Jason, I love him so much. I am going to create something for him and make sure that he doesn't feel all left out.
Well, I have to relate this story. And it's Halloween. It's not Easter, but Jason loved Easter so much he wanted to be Bugs Bunny. And he was probably about 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, somewhere in there. And he
Yeah.
had this Easter bunny costume. My mom, our mom, she bought it early. And it was those silk ones at that time. It was ragged.
By the time that Halloween came.
Halloween. Oh my God. This Halloween costume with a bunny mask. It was just like, my God, it was rags, really. Threads. Anyway, so
Like to wear it.
you did like to wear it. You loved it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it was at the last minute. I think Scott and I talked you into wearing something else.
I
You
was a
had,
hobo.
oh, you were a hobo. You
Yeah.
became a hobo.
Yeah.
Poor little hobo, but you look like a hobo in that little bunny outfit. Like me.
Maybe I just incorporated that ragged, bunny costume and just took off the mask and, put on some stubble.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, we probably on the hobo, we gave you stubble. And you
Yeah.
always like the beard. Yeah,
Always.
always, always.
Always. I've been, because there's something about those Easter bunny costumes that, from the past mostly, I don't know, it's like they kind of have like a homemade kind of like aspect to them,
Mhm.
but there's some really scary ones, and you see the photos with them and like kids who are just like bawling their eyes out. So I've been sending them to, our nieces and
Oh,
just like
yeah.
other people, just to kind of jog those memories of like, the past fun of Easter.
Yeah, right, right. It was funny. Yeah, didn't Stephen King do something like that? Probably
I'm
not.
sure he did.
Yeah,
That sounds
he
like something he
probably.
would do.
Yeah. Anyway, anyway, yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, I couldn't help but share your little Easter bunny. Yeah, going into Halloween.
Oh my God.
Jason
Yeah.
loved those. He still does. The you know, all the celebrations of life. So
Oh, absolutely.
celebrations, talking of celebrations, um, with the pagan Sabbaths too. See, we added so many more because we do all the pagan Sabbaths, not actually, because I mean, I always recognize the pagan Sabbaths, but Cheyenne, my daughter, the chef, always cooks for the Sabbaths. So she always loves to cook for every Sabbath. And then, and even when she was 11 years old, she would cook for all her friends. And all the girls, would go off to give a little bit of food to the earth, to whereas the boys they were like, I'm staying behind. I'm not going out there with those girls to give my food away. They'd eat everything. And she'd make everything by hand, everything. All the pie crusts, all the food, everything was by hand.
What would she make at
I
Easter
mean,
or Ostara? What would she like make
well,
around this time?
you do like it's all rustic, it's just all rustic food. So like in the fall it would be all squashes, and so in the springtime it would be all the spring vegetables. It would go with whatever the time of year it is and what would be popular that time of year, then she cooks it. Hot cross buns are a big thing for Easter, so she'd make hot cross buns. And so so the custom of eating hot cross buns, I'll read it to you here. It
Yeah.
has its pagan origins. The Saxons ate buns that were marked with a cross in honor of Ostara, Easter, Eostre. So it has many spellings as well. And ancient Greeks consumed these types of buns in their celebrations of Artemis, goddess of the hunt. And the Egyptians ate a similar cake in their worship of the goddess Isis. So, there was, these cakes have been around for a while, these cakes and bread. Yeah. So.
And were they all wheat
Base,
breads or based?
probably, probably at the time. I mean, I don't know, but I would say yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you say like rustic, as far as like, because there's certain like meats or whatever that can be kind of considered like when I was talking to our mother, she
Mhm.
was like, oh, at Easter time we eat ham with uh asparagus and lemon pie and you know
Yeah,
like
asparagus and pie would be
like
good.
there's a
Mhm.
a certain where it's not like turkey based, it's not roast beef, it's not like it's more in a certain vein. Just wondering if there was something that was kind of traditionally associated from the past too. It
Oh,
wasn't.
about the meat.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm not,
or
yeah, and I'm sure, the meat, but I am not a big meat person, and I definitely don't know too much about like what meat goes with what.
yeah.
That's definitely a question for our chef Cheyenne. She
Get her
would
on the
know.
hotline.
Yes. It's in the middle of the night of where she lives now, but why not?
Oh yeah.
It's late. Well, it is late, but yeah. So it would have been nice to ask her. Yeah. So yeah, and the Easter bunny is another symbol which was obvious links to fertility, rebirth, and the abundance of life, which is evident in spring.
Yeah,
You're
rabbits.
the rabbits. Yeah, I like colored eggs.
When you're coloring eggs, do you like is there a process of where you like use different dyes, you like you dip them for a certain amount of time and then you
Food
create like
coloring.
these patterns, these interesting
Oh, I love
patterns?
those patterns. Yeah, I've done it all with kids, I mean, I've done where the swirl eggs, and I've gone to where they do the all the uh making folklore eggs and stuff. I've done lots of
What's a folklore egg?
where you're painting on them, and then but they're black or they're dark blue, and you paint on them and everything. They're more of a traditional egg, a Russian or Ukrainian or any, they're different egg.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I've done that too. And but I mostly, it's been in the kids zone. So I do a lot of kid eggs, which, color them up with a little dots. You get the dots, but then I've done a lot of, I don't know if I even really saw those this year. The little, I usually do
Mhm.
food coloring, put a little vinegar with it and
Oh, you're talking about like the dye dots or the
I
color.
like dye dots. Yeah, the little dye dots. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure
that
they're
you put in
around.
there. Yeah.
I'm sure they're around. I just, I didn't get my little grand angel this year, so we didn't color eggs. We probably did that at home. So so the thing is that yeah, yeah,
But eggs too, being a symbol
symbol.
for like that rebirth, that coming alive, right? Like an egg is like kind of a perfect like symbol for like springing forth, right?
Right,
Like hatching,
right,
like being in a dormant state, and then when it's time to emerge.
right. So according to myth, Easter, it was a playful goddess whose reign over the earth began in spring when the sun god journeyed across the sky in his chariot, bringing the end of winter. So Easter came down to earth then, appearing as a beautiful maiden with a basket of bright, colorful eggs.
Mhm.
And she had a magical companion, which was a rabbit, who accompanied her as she brought new life to dying plants and to flowers by hiding the eggs in the fields. So that's how that came.
Is that Celtic
Yeah.
in
Well,
origin?
it's a German, it's a Celtic, it's a Norse,
Hmm.
some
Hmm.
of these pagan rituals. Yeah. British, so it comes all over the place. Yeah, and the moon worship even is in there, on the why the hot cross buns, and this cross was put onto the symbology of that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Is that why they're called hot cross buns, because of the cross on it?
No, I think I don't know.
Or is it just the way that the dough is like kind of crossed over each other?
Well, yeah.
Because I'm not a baker, so I don't really
Yeah,
know the
how they
difference
did.
between a hot cross bun and just
Well,
a.
cross bun, it's like four, you're putting four together and it creates the cross.
I see.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, there was a theory in the moon worship that representing the full moon, the cross was in four quarters, and then you have, you have the crucifixion cross, you have, and also you have, uh, the fishermen would carry the Easter buns in their boats to make sure that they were safe afterwards. And the rebirth and abundance with spring, and somehow that would, yeah, I guess, fuel the fish, I guess. I don't, but there's a lot of superstitions and lovely rituals
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
tied into all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most rituals are there to help us connect with, what's going on in our environment, and just to um that have that feeling of being connected to the abundance and all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because the older traditions called the spring equinox, Ostara, the time of the festivals of the Grecian goddess, Ostra, and the Germanic Ostara,
Hmm.
both fertility goddesses of dawn, and these influence the naming of the modern day Easter holiday. New greenery bursts forth from sleeping seeds in the countryside, as metaphorically, pagans also plant their own seeds for future goals, future projects, and growth at this time.
The idea of new projects like being grown And I know that for my own work, my own what I do in the world, it's like there's a lot of new growth, new directions too.
Mhm.
um and not that it's like something that's just completely out of left field. It's like it's in line with who I am, and
Yeah.
what's it's like an extension of that, new offerings, new ways of uh looking to connect with one's path more directly.
Mhm.
How about you? Any new growth that is like
Project.
showing up?
Well, I have a lot of projects coming up. I mean, like so many projects. I really need to get on them
Mhm.
because I have a lot of really wonderful opportunities right now. So
Yeah, to like look at those, and this is for everyone, right?
everyone,
Where it's like we see what is new, what captures a passion within us, so that we're able to harness that passion, and to start activating these things, they start to manifest them, because this is the time. All right, this springtime is where we start to harness our new energy for it, and it can feel like it's the beginning of it, but that's where it can be exciting, and but it's where things can start to take shape, and
right?
so that we have something to show for you know what it is that we want, what it is that we're looking to do.
Right. So winter projects should be ending, and then the new ones should be starting. So, and if it's a continuation of your winter project into the spring, it's to allow it to gain the light. Everything is born in the dark and is then comes to light. And so this beautiful time of spring is all about the light coming into your life, back into your life. And so we busy ourselves, we progress further, because, the time of winter is you're supposed to huddle in and relax and, take some time to really renew yourself. Yeah, because you're going to be reborn in the spring, and the spring says, okay, it's time to get busy again. So you plant your garden. Let me see some of the ritual things that you should do. Plant your garden. Spring clean the house. Yeah. But
Let's
that's
just skip
I'm
that
very
one.
rewarding. It's
I'm not into
rewarding.
that one.
Yeah, it's rewarding though. It is very rewarding.
Oh boy.
And I did like steam clean the carpets in a couple weeks, but I mean, I've been getting there. Yeah. Anyway, decorating the altar. Yeah, goddess of choice. That's kind of fun. And then lots of egg-based, dishes and desserts like custard pies, frittatas, egg salad, and that sort of thing. And take a nature walk with loved ones and look for signs of spring. And right now we have that beautiful lavender bushes all over California right now. I mean, it's just amazing how those have just this year, they're just everywhere. They're really pretty. And then we have uh host a tea party. So hosting a tea party and a springtime theme, those are always fun. I love tea parties. And the egg folk art. So that's kind of fun if you did like to do the painting on the eggs and everything. I'm not sure where you get the paint because it's not real paint. You'd have to use food coloring paint. You'd probably have to call a chef store of some kind.
Yeah, food safe, or like if you were to ingest like a little bit, if it leached in through the shell or whatever, where
Yeah,
it's not like it's
not
not
good.
acrylic paint, it's not oil paint.
Oh, no, no, yeah, you don't want anything
You
like
don't want
that.
to eat anything that's like part
No,
of that.
mm, no. So, And then take time to meditate in your journal, meditate or, write in your journal, and think about your intentions for the next few weeks, for your new plans, your new progress. How about you, Jace? What are you doing?
You know, I'm going to pull a card. That's what I'm going to do
Oh, that sounds good.
about, like, what to what's helpful,
Yeah.
in this time. Oh, there we go. It's like the Ace of Pentacles, right? Because
Oh, nice. Time to make some money, everybody.
the
Yeah, what do you think?
Pentacles, I see the Pentacles as manifesting our desire, right? Like, what it is that we're what's being awakened within us, right?
Mhm.
What is coming to the surface. And the aces, it's like the beginning, it's like the first step.
Right.
It's like, there's an opportunity. And sometimes we create opportunities for ourselves. Sometimes we just, in connection with the universe, we have that desire, that then the universe hears it, and it comes to us.
Mhm.
But it's that time to not get in our own way,
Mhm.
and to say, oh well, it's like I might just skip this out. I might, like, it's about, this is what I asked for, this is what I created, and I'm gonna go for it.
Mhm.
So taking that step forward, and looking to manifest again what it is that you're connected to.
Yes. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's true. Beautiful. Prosperity, going toward progress of securing your life in any good way.
Yeah, and it is how we do measure our own progress too, is to see how we land out in the world, so that we're not just totally being within ourself, where we get um locked in. It's like we look to express who it is that we are, who our authentic self is, what we authentically want to connect with. It's like when we take those steps forward, we can sometimes it can feel like practice, or maybe it's a new territory where we're not fully, like, confident, like that. Oh yeah, I've done this a million times before. Maybe it's like, well, this is the kind of the first time I've done this. But but to move in a way that we can measure, what's working, what isn't working, make some changes if needed, and to keep moving forward.
Mhm. Okay. Awesome.
Did you pull a card? I don't know if you have your cards right there.
I did. I pulled the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune.
What you see in that?
Well, the Wheel of Fortune is all about how sometimes you feel your life is you're on the wheel. Sometimes it's going up, sometimes it's going down. It's fate, it's destiny. It's you've been maybe swimming, you've been maybe, against the tide, or you've been swimming with the tide. And you need to you're waking up again to be clear on how to create your life instead of what breaks your life. And there's quite a um, easy fix on not breaking your life, and that's creating the right choices. We have choices each and every day, and so we reach for or start to walk toward our good choices, not our bad choices. So now sometimes we can be blind into where we're stepping into next, and that's all about, like, taking charge. and just saying, and not being hard on ourselves. It's just gentle. Just say no.
Oh,
You
we
know,
can't be hard on ourselves.
no being hard on yourself. We say yes to life, but we don't
Yeah.
say yes to everything. We can say no to those things that don't serve us. And so, yeah, so that's, I believe, is the karma card, the Wheel of Fortune. How about you, Jason? What do you feel is the Wheel of Fortune?
Um, because the wheel has like those ups and downs, those anyone who has you know gambled,
Mhm.
like in doesn't have to be in Las Vegas or Atlantic City or any of these places on a riverboat on the Mississippi.
Right.
Um, it's like to take a chance. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes things don't have an instant payoff. But to be able to ride that, to not like get too high or too low in your own being, but to be able to ride those circumstances and to keep your larger vision in mind, as you move through them. It's like, um, I think that is what keeps us on a steady course and doesn't we don't get lost in ourself. We don't you know get to a place of just where our expectations become so high, or we don't like feel like we're betting the farm, like
Right.
we're just like putting everything on red, or like where we don't get into desperate moments, but
Mhm.
we keep like a nice steady pace towards where it is that we're going.
Mhm. Yeah, good. Thank you, Jace. Yeah. So what do you have upcoming?
So, I mean, you spoke of Japan, right? It's like I do online classes with a Japanese community through a translator. My Japanese is nicht so gut, as
I love that.
we say in German.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes.
I'm very very blessed to be able to work with the Japanese community in teaching Tarot, and most of the students are in an advanced place, and so they are reading for others. They are active in it, and so that's um, it's I
That's
think that
rewarding.
I have a lot that I can you know share with them. Bakersfield is coming up next weekend, a class where um, we focus in on crafting our message, and we craft our tarot message in the moment, and it's not something that we practice beforehand. It's not where we look to before we pull cards, create a message. It's like, wow, I'm going to say this for someone. Although yesterday I was reading for someone, and and their question, it brought up a specific card in my mind,
Mm.
and it was like, I mean, that's I sure hope that card comes up, and sure enough it did. In the three cards,
Right.
and it's a moment of like, that this is like one of those um realms to really like uh you know like make sure that it's in the spotlight, that this is like a moment for that energy to really like help this person to propel themselves forward in what the meaning of the card is really like stating. So that healing out crystals, Kathmandu Boutique, just ongoing classes to help people um, become more in tune with seeing the patterns of energy, to see how uh, it's like the life flow, being in a synchronicity with our own energy, so that we're not missing opportunities, that
Mhm.
we're calling in opportunities, and we're meeting those opportunities. It's not like a missed, through timing, through, it's like,
Mhm.
oh geez, it's like, if only I'd been here 5 minutes earlier, or
Mhm.
uh it's like where you're connecting, you're
Mhm.
making sure that you're in the flow of it. And then later, it's like there's online, me and my colleague, Alaire, we're doing another abundance activation through, she does Kundalini
Mhm.
Tarot, and that's, when we did this live, it's very cathartic for the
Oh
release
yeah.
of old energy.
Mhm.
And it feels like, again, at a time where one is looking to um, go through a rejuvenation, a rebirth of new ideas, of a new identity, of these new layers that look to be activated. It's like, one looks to release the old, one looks to not, just have this ballast or baggage that just kind of keeps weighing you down. It's like, you gotta take out the trash.
Yeah.
And in our own being, we have to clear what no longer works for us, and to and then, once that's cleared out and you can release it, then it's like, um, reasserting the new,
Mhm.
focusing on it, so that as you take steps forward, it's like you're in a place of reassurance that your path is your path, and to, um, strengthen that relationship with
Mhm.
how you trust your path.
Right.
So there's quite a bit that's going on, and it's
Oh,
all
nice.
at my
And then we
website.
have our center too, I mean, I've opened another center, Jason's part of
That's
it.
right. That's right.
So
And
we'll do classes there upcoming.
and also private, regression work.
Yeah, a lot of, yeah.
It's like past life regression, or
Yeah.
um,
Mhm.
I like doing a soul path. It's like work where you go, you see your past, but you can also tap into your future as well. And then with the help of some tarot afterwards, it's like
Mhm.
you can solidify it,
Mhm.
so that you're building confidence again in how it is that your relationship with your path is strengthened, so that one is not getting in their own way. One is not like just overthinking the process. It's like, well, you know what's going to happen. It's like, settle in
Mhm.
to it.
Right. Right.
How about
Huh.
yourself?
And the clinic room, our treatment room is
Clinic
very,
room.
yeah, it's very good for all sorts of hypnosis and therapy.
Yep.
It's great. So anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to using it more and more. And I've had a lot of people who've been coming in for uh problems, health problems. So
Mm,
really good, you know. So yeah, working on that.
excellent. So where can people find you?
TaraInsight.com, TaraInsight.com. And how about you, Jason?
Jason D McKean, Jason D as in Dragon Master, McKean, McKean.com, and Facebook, Jason D McKean, um, Instagram, Jason Tarot Wizard.
Yeah, I'm Tara_Insight on Instagram and Tara Sutphen on the rest. X, TikTok, you name it. Yeah, no, well, actually, I'm maybe slacking on some of them these days, but because there's a couple more platforms out there, and
Mhm.
people will say, "Oh, go to that one too," and it's just like, one more thing to think about. Because I always have two blogs, I have two Facebook pages, I have two. That's because my Facebook page was at its 5,000 limit in 2009, many years ago.
Mhm.
So, and then I just, and then I never really have padded out or encouraged anybody on my other pages. And now we're doing more and more, but because so many people watch this, watch our show, and it goes on the platforms of iHeart and Spotify, and so we get many hits a week, and we get about 3,000 people that watch this show a week. So it's thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you,
Beautiful. Thank
iHeart
you.
listeners and Spotify and all everyone
Mhm.
else. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're looking forward to doing a lot more projects. I have a couple book projects. Everest is writing another book as well. And my little grand angel,
Hmm.
and on her Unicow series. And her book, went to Australia and Europe, and it's been a really cute book out there. But now we're gonna, she's doing another one. She really liked doing it.
Mhm.
And she's good at it. She's very good at it. And
It's in the genes.
yeah, it's just maybe, it's not, because it's not just our side that, we do a lot of projects, but it's her, my husband Richard, he was Dick Sutphen, he was prolific at publishing as well. And the voice of a lot of hypnotist tapes, and like us, we're just a family of healers, really. So
Yeah.
we're carrying on, and the tradition carries on. Hunter's a great healer. Cheyenne's a great chef, and she took Ayurvedic, studied a long time on herbal medicine and Ayurvedic medicine through food. That medicine is food, and
Yeah.
and she's just a great chef overall. And
She has healed
she,
my stomach many times with her
right,
great meals.
hasn't she? Yes,
Yeah.
yes, very nice. But she's not living in the country anymore, so
Mm.
she's
Ah.
she's yeah. So yeah, but so she heals. Her healing is going out worldwide.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then William, he's creating knives, and they're beautiful. He's been doing great.
Seen those. Those are amazing knives.
Amazing knives. Yeah, but he's blacksmithing.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
He just loves that hands-on, like artisan lifestyle.
Yeah. And Hunter's going into a big clinic where he's working. It's going to be great. And
Mm.
he does a lot of healing. So I'm really happy about it. Yeah.
More to come.
More to come. More to come, everybody. So lots of love, and have a happy, beautiful Easter. And
Yeah, happy
hope you have
Ostara, happy
uh,
the rejuvenation, the reclamation, the coming forth, right? Coming into the light.
coming in beautiful. The sun God is kissing us all. All right. Lots of love, everybody.